Well, good morning. It's Pastor Andy. This morning is April the 6th, and we're looking together in Psalm chapter number 58. Psalm 58 was written out of a difficult time in David's life. He's in exile, and he's watching King Saul go through this leadership crisis of putting the wrong people in leadership positions and really heading down the wrong road for the whole nation. And David begins to cry out. Verse 1, he says, "Justice. Do you rulers know the meaning of the word? Do you judge the people fairly?" Verse 2, "No, you plot injustice in your heart. You spread violence throughout the land. These wicked people are born sinners. Even from birth they have lied and gone their own way." David likens them in verse 4 to a snake. He said they spit venom like deadly snakes. They're like cobras that refuse to listen. He really doesn't like these people. He sees them judging unjustly the people of Israel. They're all just about what they can get. It's all about them. How can I get the most for me before the whole kingdom just falls into ruin and crumbles, is what these leaders were like. And whenever a country has leaders like that, they're in for some hard times. David goes down through here and he talks about these judges and how when they're in leadership, bad things happen. But then he gets down to the end of the chapter and things change for him in verse number 9, but we're going to look down at verse number 11, or verse 10. "The godly will rejoice when they see injustice avenged. They will wash their feet in the blood of the wicked. Then at last everyone will say," and here it is, "there truly is a reward for those who live for God." When we live for God, even in uncertain times, there is a reward. God will reward us if we stay faithful. No matter what outside circumstances are going on, when we stay faithful, there is a reward from our Heavenly Father. Now, we're going through a difficult time in our country right now, and we need to stay faithful. We need to stay faithfully connected to church, and we talked about that yesterday. We need to stay faithful in worshiping together, and we need to stay faithful in giving. We need to stay faithful in sharing our faith. And when we are faithful, there is a reward. Let me read it to you again. "Then at last, everyone will say, there truly is a reward for those who live for God." The verse goes on, "Surely there is a God who judges justly here on earth." David at the end compares God, the true judge, to these judges who are all about themselves, are judging for themselves. David says the true God will judge. So there is a reward for living for God, and there is a judge that we will stand in front of if we do not. And when we do not live for God, and when we are not faithful to Him, even in difficult times, there is a judgment that comes along with that. So we need to be sure that we stay faithful, so that when we stand before God, we'll hear, "Well done, thou good and faithful servant." Not be in trouble for the way we've lived our life. Not be judged because everything that we did was all about us. We were me-centered. Not have our works burned up like wood, hay, and stubble. But that we would invest while we are here on earth in the kingdom of heaven. Let's stay faithful to the Lord, no matter what's happening on the outside. Let's stay faithful to Him because He has always been faithful to us. And He is a rewarder of those who will stay faithful to Him, even in difficult times. I hope you'll get into the Psalms and you'll read the chapter that we're doing each day, and you'll stay close to God, even in this time that we're in with social distancing and all of that. Stay faithful to God. Stay faithful to His Word. Stay faithful to church. Stay faithful being connected, all of those things, in giving and worshiping in all those areas. And I can guarantee you, we will be rewarded for our faithfulness. Until tomorrow, God bless you and have a great day.